I know what you're thinking, maybe you've seen this before. Well, I used to have this YT channel called atsumu which had this video but I couldn't access my account and for some reason my stuff got deleted and wid closed down so everything was gone but no. I was scrolling through my notes and I still had these in my drafts and it's still as good as I remember so yeah it's a long story. Anyways, sorry for rambling, I don't own anything but the plot. So we're finally down to the last question for Omi. What's your type? Sakusa knew he should have stayed home today. I'm not going to answer that Mia. Well yeah gotta answer it, since it's for our YouTube channel, right? For some reason, they were doing a Q&A for their fans as thanks for reaching 1 million subscribers in their MSBY YouTube channel. Sakusa forgot it was going to be today. He should have agreed to go fishing with Komori earlier or go on vacation like Adria instead. He'd rather be anywhere else but here. I don't want to answer it so I won't. What? Are ya scared to answer it Omi? The blonde setter shoots him a lopsided grin to which Sakusa responds with a scowl. Sakusa wants to throw an alcohol bottle at Atsumu's pretty face. He mentally takes note to do so later. Don't be absurd Mia. Why would I be scared? Well, you not wanting to answer the question says a lot. Atsumu's grin broadens while Sakusa's scowl deepens. Sakusa tries to alleviate his irritation by taking a deep breath. He knows that Atsumu is just trying to provoke him, but he's not going to fall for it. Don't be obnoxious just because you lost our service match. I didn't lose. Ya were just lucky. You're such a sore loser Mia. Am not. This time it was Atsumu's turn to scowl, but it quickly changes to a sullen pout. I'll win the next one anyways. Just ya wait Omi. Whatever you say Mia. Their squabble is then cut short by Mian who loudly clears his throat. We're filming right now so save your bickering for later you guys. Also you have to answer the question Sakusa. And now they're back to this stupid question again. Can't I answer a different question? Sakusa asks, exasperated. Shouldn't it be about volleyball or something? Why is it about my personal preferences? Sorry Sakusa, but it's the question the fans wanted you to answer. You have to answer the question Omi-san. Hinata chimes in. Everyone else already answered theirs. Sakusa really should have stayed home today. Why was this his question anyways? Everyone else had relatively easier questions. Simple yes or no questions with one-liner answers like, do you think you'll make it to the national team? What's your favorite food? Who's the toughest opponent you've faced so far? And out of everything, what Sakusa gets is this dumb question. How about I make it easier for you Omi-kun? Men or women? Sakusa is kind of reluctant to answer that question, especially since Atsumu is the one asking it. But if he answers this, it'll be over right? He'll just get it over with. Men? Thought so. What does Atsumu mean by that? No, he's not going to think about that. He's not going to spend another day thinking about Atsumu. What matters is that his turn is done and this stupid question is already over with. So, are you into pretty guys Omi-san? Maybe he spoke too soon. Like the great king or Atsumu-san? Hinata questions, eyes twinkling with curiosity. Sakusa knows that Hinata is genuinely curious, but the dropped names were oddly specific, especially the latter one. But maybe he's overthinking this. Atsumu and Oikawa were pretty well known even outside the volleyball community after all. The both of them have a career in modeling too, as they are both objectively attractive and has great physiques due to being athletes. Their fan base is extremely massive too, well, ever since high school. Congrats on your Vogue magazine cover by the way, Atsumu-san. You were stunning. I saw it too some. You look really good. Hinata and Bakuto cheers, making the setter beam brightly. Sakusa saw it too. He just happened to see it through a billboard. He totally did not buy a magazine copy the moment he saw it. He didn't. Oh I know, thanks Shokan, Bokan. This is why I love ya both. Sakusa gets mildly irritated when he hears that, so like what any mature person would do, he taunts him. Your narcissism is getting too big for your head to handle, Mia. Shut your trap. Sakusa was about to counter Atsumu's response, but then Hinata cuts him off. You haven't answered the question yet Omi-san. Sakusa likes that Hinata is persistent, but only when it comes to volleyball. Now, he only wants to throw an alcohol bottle at his face along with Atsumu. Soothing his frustration, he takes another deep breath and ponders on Hinata's question. If he answers it truthfully, Sakusa feels like he'll be exposed, that there would be no going back, that there would be a chance of Atsumu knowing, and he's not sure if he's ready to take that risk just yet. I don't like pretty guys. Sakusa responds very unconvincingly, which earned him a number of questionable looks from his teammates. It's not as worse as Bakuto though, since Bakuto is burring holes into him. What is it Bakuto? You're lying, I can sense it. My Bakuto senses are tingling and it has never been wrong before. Sakusa thinks that Bakuto is too perceptive for his own good, and for that he's going to add Bakuto on his list of throwing an alcohol bottle at his face later. Well there's a first time for everything. It's wrong now because I'm not lying. Bakudo narrows his eyes at him, doubtful, but he lets it slide. Let's say you're right. Can I ask a question next? No. Why? No. But you let Tsum and Hinata ask you one. Bakudo whines, starting to get gloomy. Sakusa tries to feign nonchalance, but Bakudo's sullen mood was starting to get to him. He really doesn't want to deal with a glum Bakudo, so he reckons that he can at least entertain one last question. Okay, fine. What's your question? The wing spiker brightens up at that and enthusiastically smiles. Do you like tall guys or short guys? Short is good, but tall is better. Sakusa deliberates. Someone who's tall, but not taller than him, and a little shorter than him would be perfect. He's not basing this off a certain blonde setter or anything. It's just, it'll be easier to kiss someone who's nearer to your height, right? There would be no need for bending down or tiptoeing. Sakusa? Bakudo's voice pulls Sakusa out of his thoughts. Tall, maybe somewhere around 6 feet 1. Someone please kill him. Sakusa thought he was a cautious person, especially when it came to words, but apparently, he's not very cautious at all. That's very descriptive, Mian says, eyeing him curiously. Trying to ignore his captain's stare, Sakusa tries to look elsewhere but accidentally meets Atsumu's gaze, who's giving him a certain look, a look he can't comprehend, but somehow it makes him feel so transparent. Sakusa immediately breaks off the eye contact and averts his gaze to Inunaki instead. Probably one of the worst decisions of his life. So what kind of hair color are you into? That was the most ridiculous question Sakusa has ever heard. What kind of fucking question is that? Language, Sakusa. Mian warns, gesturing towards the camera. Sakusa clicks his tongue in response as he lets out a long sigh. I'm not answering that. Why not? I've already answered enough. Come on Omi-san, it'll be the last. Hinata chips in, pleading with his hands pressed together. Please Omi-san. No, please Bakudo says, joining Hinata. The two spikers are giving Sakusa their best puppy dog eyes, and sadly, it's working. I hate this team. Sakusa will kill Inunaki once all of this is over, and he's going to throw an alcohol bottle at everyone's faces here except for Mian. This better be the last. I'll make sure it's the last. Mian says reassuringly. Sakusa knows that he can at least take his captain's word for it. He just has to answer this stupid last question and then he can finally go back home. Okay, so, what color does he like? It used to be dark brown back in his first year of high school, but that changed to golden blonde in his second year. It's probably like blonde now since that's his current hair color. Not again. He's thinking about the person he shouldn't be thinking about. Get a grip of yourself, Sakusa. Saying an unusual hair color would be too troublesome, so he's going to answer with the most basic hair color there is, black or brown. But, do you like redheads, Omi-san? Hinata interrupts Sakusa as he hops in front of him, and shoves his hair close to Sakusa's face. I think my hair color is pretty cool. You're too close. Sakusa lightly pushes Hinata away from him, causing Hinata to stumble. But due to the gingerhead's fast reflexes, he quickly regains his balance and moves to a moderate distance away from the taller male. Oh sorry, Omi-san. No Hinata, I don't like redheads. How about white? Bakudo asks, flaunting his hair back and forth. Sakusa muses that white is a nice color. His apartment is white. His bed sheets are white. His cat is white. His walls are white. His pillows are white. Atsumu is blonde, 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 blonde. Sakusa could feel his heart racing as anxiety crawled under his skin. Shit, he really has done it now. It's all right, he reassures himself. He can still fix this. I didn't know ya were into foreigners, Omi. Atsumu is staring at Sakusa so intensely that Sakusa can't seem to look away. So, what kind of blonde are ya into? Chris Hemsworth? Young Leonardo DiCaprio? Sakusa should really be paying attention to what Atsumu is saying. He should be giving excuses now while he still can. But then he focuses on the way Atsumu's lips part as he speaks, looking so soft, so kissable. His brain short-circuits. You're blonde. At that, the whole room goes quiet. Sakusa immediately looks at the ground and covers his face with his right hand. The room is so quiet and the only thing Sakusa can hear is the sound of his heavy breathing. He already knows the reactions of his teammates even without seeing their expressions. He doesn't know what expression Atsumu is wearing though, nor does he want to know. We are done now, right? I'm leaving. Sakusa instantly walks out of the room and quickly made his way to his car. When he hears the sounds of footsteps and a familiar voice calling out to him, he starts to speed up. Wait! Atsumu shouts, running after Sakusa. Omi. Sakusa continues to run, disregarding Atsumu's calls. He was about to turn at the next corner, but then a hand grabs hold of his wrist. Omi. Atsumu puffs, trying to catch his breath. Let's talk about what happened. There's nothing to talk about Mia. Oh, so you're not into tall, pretty, blonde guys? Sakusa turns to the setter and glowers at him. You're so infuriating. Tell me something I don't know, Omi-kun. Atsumu chuckles softly as he lets go of Sakusa's wrist. Ask me what my type is, Omi. Why? Just ask me. If I ask you, will you leave me alone? Yeah. Atsumu huns. I'll leave ya alone if ya still want me to. Sakusa doesn't want to know Atsumu's type, especially if his answer would just disappoint him. But a part of him also wants to know that maybe, possibly, it could be him. What's your type? I like you, Omi. Atsumu confesses, looking at Sakusa so tenderly as he gently cups his face to face him. I have since forever. You have? But no, wait, you didn't even answer the question. Doesn't matter. Now ya can kiss me whenever ya want. And what makes you think I want to kiss you, Mia? Atsumu laughs, so full of warmth and life. Sorry, but I saw ya staring at my lips earlier. You're not subtle. Well, if Sakusa was being that obvious, then there's no way the people who watch the video won't notice. Everyone will see him mindlessly staring at Atsumu's lips. Shit, he just knows that Komori is going to tease him about it later. Fuck, everyone's going to know I like you. Atsumu laughs again, eyes crinkling, and his skin flushing. He's so breathtakingly beautiful, and Sakusa has never been more in love than he was right then. Well, soon everyone will know that I like ya too. But before that, there's just something I gotta ask ya. The setter wraps his arms around Sakusa's neck as he pulls him close, a soft smile tugging at his lips. What's your type? You already know. Yeah, but I wanna hear it again from ya directly. Sakusa longingly looks at Atsumu. Atsumu, who looks like he just walked out of a Vogue magazine. Atsumu, who's just a few centimeters shorter than him. Atsumu, whose hair is dyed blonde. His gaze then flickers down to the setter's lips. Atsumu, who has delectable red lips just waiting to be kissed. You, he whispers, leaning in, his hand circling around Atsumu's waist. Just you. Sakusa leans in a little closer, and Atsumu meets him halfway, smiling in the kiss. Later, they found out that the video was trending at #1 nationwide. The end.